Another video. Hallelujah. Zambodi has granted us another video. Sweet. So today's video is going to be on a book that I read. I'm going to start doing book reviews maybe. I don't know. The goal is one, and this is the one. So, yeah, awesome. It's called The Power of Writing It Down by Allison, Fallon. I picked this book up when I started journaling, and yeah, I just want to talk over some of the main points, one of the main stuff that I got from it. So, the main one is that writing helps you look at your thoughts from another perspective, right? You obviously can, once you write it down, you can go back, you can read it, and you can see some of the patterns in your thinking, and it helps you break some of those patterns. They cover something called CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, and it some of the talks about the steps. It goes something like things happen to you, and then you have thoughts based on those things that happen to you, and then you have feelings based on the thoughts, and then based on those feelings you take certain actions, and then those actions have consequences, and then those consequences are those things that happen to you, and then the cycle repeats itself, right? And so when you write things down, there's certain processes you can do to pinpoint um, like what exactly you're doing that's triggering certain outcomes. And a lot of people, myself included, I mean, fuck, I think everybody has things that they don't want to do, but they're so used to doing it and they don't know how to get out of it. And it's that's what writing down is such a powerful tool to help with that. Um, yeah, another thing that I was kind of surprised to learn is the importance of like authenticity with when writing. When you're writing, say a story, say you want to publish a book, the audience is going to receive it better if you're being authentic, if you're being truthful, if it comes from like someplace kind of raw. And when you're journaling for yourself, you can understand yourself better and you can grow more the more you're willing to speak out truths and be authentic. And sometimes we don't want to do that because there's certain truths that we don't want to even admit. And I liked that it also mentions that the more authentic you are, the better relationships you can have just with people around you in general. So that was cool. It also talks about the two sides of the brain. We got the limbic part of the brain, which is in control of the creativity. It controls the creativity, physical stuff, and a bunch of other stuff. And then you got I believe it's the frontal cortex, which is in charge of the more logical, um, categorizing thoughts, um, coming up with like questioning, coming up with answers, that sort of thing. And so sometimes you got writer's block and you're writing like a creative story, you want to access the creative part of your brain. It tells you how to access that. Um, and yeah, the last chapter was about how some stories don't have endings that are very clean and predictable, and that mimics real life. And in your life, you're gonna have things that they don't end the way you expect them to, but that can kind of be a beautiful thing. It can be a good thing because it makes life more interesting, more artistic. And when you're writing stories, some of the best stories have endings that have realistic but yet somewhat unpredictable endings. Um, but yeah, I recommend this book to anybody who is trying to improve, who's trying to understand themselves better to grow, and who's trying to get maybe into writing. Pretty good, pretty digestible. It's only 180 pages. It's not very dense. Um, yeah, I rated a solid like 7.2 out of 10. Cool. That's my review.